Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Ella Fitzgerald, Just One of Those Things. And this is a new documentary directed by Leslie Woodhead, and it's a fascinating story, because Ella Fitzgerald was a fascinating person. She had such a tough beginning to her life. She built herself up to the point where she became a huge star, and her music is still impactful today. And it's infectious. They spent a lot of time showing her perform, and those were the most engaging parts of this documentary because she had so much energy and she was raw and she was there in her performances. And they even talked about how great of a performer she was. If she forgot some lines of her song, she'd just go off script and create something great on the spot. And she was that talented. And her story's fascinating. And as a person, she went through a lot, and she represented a lot. And it was very interesting and empowering to listen to a wide spectrum of different people. And this film has a framed narrative of at the Apollo Theater where it all started for her, talking to a woman who knew her. And those moments were really special, listening to others give their perspectives on her and how much she meant. And in general, this is a very, very traditional kind of documentary, and it really feels like it's something that's right off of TV, like an A&E special. So, like, in terms of documentaries, it doesn't really stand out from a technical perspective, and honestly, it got a little boring in its presentation of just like, here's the facts for a decent amount of it. And that's a shame because it took away from the great story that they had in their hands. But even though this might be an average portrayed documentary, it does give a fantastic spotlight on a really talented artist who, I don't know how many people my age or younger than me, if you bring up Ella Fitzgerald, if they'll know who she is. I knew who she was, and I know some of her music, and I'm glad that I watched this documentary and got a bigger perspective on how important of an impact she made on music and women in general, and plus size women, because she was criticized a lot for not being thin and people didn't think she was attractive, but she went out there and she did her thing and did it so well for so many years, talking about her doing this for 6 decades. And she was a star, and this documentary does an alright job of portraying her stardom, but the story is engaging enough and impressive enough to keep your attention. But those are my thoughts on Ella Fitzgerald, Just One of Those Things. Let me know what you think, and let's talk about movies. And thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.